Hey, welcome again to the special edition of Let's Get Working, how to get and keep a job. So this week we're looking at resumes. So Martin, what kind of things do we need to be mindful of when writing a resume?
Thanks, Martha. The first thing I always think of when anybody mentions the word resume, and I think I'll say it first because I don't want to forget it, is whatever you're going to put in your resume, make sure that it is the truth.
So we can't stretch things just a little bit.
There's a terrible temptation to stretch the truth. Fact is that the truth is the truth, and to stretch anything else isn't.
Yeah.
And the problem is, if we tell lies at the start of any relationship, it's very difficult to fix.
Yeah.
And I just can't stress how important it is. Apparently, almost half of all resumes contain inaccuracies, for want of a better word. So first rule of resumes, whatever else you do not
Lie.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Not a good start.
I agree.
Okay. And the second one, which is almost as important, keep it brief.
Yeah.
Keep it short.
Okay.
There will be some jobs that require more information, but for the vast majority of people, 1 or 2 pages, heaps.
So how long have we got to grab someone's attention, do you think?
Well, studies have shown that actually you've got about 30 seconds, 40 seconds in which people are prepared to keep reading.
Yeah.
So in that time, however long it takes you to read, or however much you can read in that time, that's where we've got to get people interested in us.
Okay, cool. Alright, so it's probably good to have a lot of white space too on your resume.
Well, we've only got 1 or 2 pages, so we do have to put in some information.
Okay.
It's not,
Alright.
my name's Martha. It needs a bit more than that.
Alright. Okay, so should we go through what we need to put in the resume?
Yeah, I think that's a great place to start.
Okay.
Now, do you want me to use this board?
Yeah, okay. We might just set it out on the board so people can have a practical view of how it may look.
Now, just so that anybody that's interested can actually see for themselves a good example, are we going to post a resume?
Yeah, so I'll have just a brief resume up on the website, but if you want more copies sent to you, you can contact me at info@letsgetworking.com.au and I can send you a few different copies of resumes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so our resume. Hey, something we haven't done. What's the purpose of a resume?
Yeah, that's a good question. So the purpose of the resume is to say that, state your name and also the particular job that you're looking for, what direction you want to go in, and maybe what you've done in the past that can enhance that.
All right, well, let's start off. This can be my resume.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll be very short.
Okay.
My address
is
50 Chapel Street, St Mary's.
I always knew you lived there,
Well, people think I do.
Yeah.
So, I've got my address.
Do you need a phone number?
Well, probably do.
Yeah. And what about email address?
Good idea.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to put my email address up there. Otherwise, lots of people will email me and I'll get heaps of spam.
So maybe you can just write email.
Email. Yeah, okay.
Okay. So then I'd put a career objective.
Okay, career objective.
Yeah. And they can be 1 or 2 sentences long.
Okay.
You don't really need to put your life story in there.
Okay, so we want to make it brief. And probably it makes sense, doesn't it, to be specific for the job we're applying for.
Yeah.
So if I put career objective might be to join a building team and be a first class labourer I better not send that resume to a cake shop.
No.
Okay.
I don't think they want to make their cakes out of concrete.
That's exactly, well, some around here, oh no, careful. So the career objective is specific to the job we're applying for, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's the name, the address, phone number, contact details. We want to make it, mobile number, make it as easy as possible for people to get hold of you. You don't want to miss the call that's your career.
Yeah, that's right.
Career objective, to join a building team and be a first-class labourer.
Yeah.
In the objective, Martha, what we need to do is to give the person we're writing to something that's of value for them.
Yes.
So if our career objective was to make as much money as possible, that's good for me, maybe.
Yes.
But if I'm the person that's thinking about employing that person, that's nothing in that for me.
So the person that's employing would want a first-class labourer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to join a building team and be a first-class labourer. Now, if I'm the builder, I'm thinking that's what I need.
Yeah.
I don't want a second-class labourer.
No.
So there's something in that for the employer.
Yes.
And that's the thing to remember. That not what we think, but how the person that's reading it feels about what they're seeing. And remember the question, what is in this for them?
Yeah. Okay.
So, become a first-class labourer, that's the sort of person I want on my building team.
Yeah.
Now what comes next?
Skills.
Skills. And what sort of hard working?
Yeah.
Hard worker.
Fit and strong.
Yeah, fit. Experienced in building, whatever it might be. Experienced in whatever work it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, the skills need to be valuable for the person that's reading it.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't just put down everything. Skills. Career objective, what's in it for the person that's reading it? Skills relevant to that position, and again, hopefully showing the potential employer what they're going to get. And next?
Okay, next we need to talk about employment experience.
Employment experience. Look, the last people fired me. Should I put that down?
No.
Why not? Didn't we say we were going to be truthful?
Well, there's being truthful and eliminating
there's the
information.
Truth, and then there's the truth.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to put down experience that showed you in a bad light.
No.
What about if you haven't worked for the last 12 months?
Well, you can, if you've done some volunteer work or something.
So could you include that in your employment experience? Would that, because otherwise you're going to have a big gap, aren't you?
Yeah, I certainly would.
Okay,
because I see volunteer work as something that you do.
Okay, so what about if we said 2011 to present, volunteer at RSPCA?
Habitat for Humanity.
I got RSPCA.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
2009 to 2011, what were we doing? Labouring.
Yes.
Labouring with Acme Builders, and so on, and you just keep doing it. Now, how far back should I go?
Well, maybe about 5 years. Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you did before that, really, does
No.
it? Particularly if you're young. Maybe you did nothing. Maybe you were at school.
Yes, that's
Okay.
right.
What if you were at school? That looks a bit sort of...
Well, after putting employment experience, you do write about your education.
Okay.
So that would fill in.
What if you've got no employment experience, if you've never worked?
I guess you can just be honest and say that this is your first job.
In fact, it's how important to be honest.
It's more important than...
Absolutely vital. So if you don't have any employment experience, either cut it out or say, I am looking for my first job.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with looking for your first job. Everyone's had one.
We have to start eventually.
Everybody's got to start. Okay.
Yeah.
Employment experience followed by...
So education.
Ooh, okay. Education.
So we talk about probably if you've done HSC.
So education, relevant education.
And also if you've done a few different degrees or certificates, just put the ones that are relevant to the job that you're going for.
Yeah, okay. So education, I'm going to put 1999 HSC.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not true, but makes me feel younger.
Right.
Okay, got those. How much space has that taken up on my resume page?
We're into the second page.
We're
already.
into the second page.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What comes next?
Like there may be a building institute that you're part of.
So associations?
Yeah, association.
Okay. What if we haven't got any?
Don't just leave it out.
Okay, so I'm going to put it in there, and we're going to assume this person's member of the Labourers Guild.
Yeah.
I don't think there is a Labourers Guild, but if there was, I'm sure they'd be in it.
Because they're good standing
Yep.
citizens.
Okay.
All right, and
Next.
achievements. Perhaps achievements.
Okay, now
But-
I'm running out of board space. Can I
Okay.
take that off?
Yes. But
Okay.
can I just say here, you can put achievements either in its own section or relating to the employment that you did. You can write the achievement at the bottom of the employment.
Okay. So achievements, if they're of interest,
Yes.
and not necessarily interest to you, but interest to the person that's reading it.
So, an example would be that they say in a labouring job that they've found a way of mixing concrete better.
Yes, yeah. Mixed. Well, we're going to say mixed, very special concrete.
Yeah.
Okay. Achievements, then what?
Okay, then we'll talk about our referees.
Referees. Now, hang on. What do we mean by referees? Who are these? That's my mum and my dad.
No.
But what if they're the only people that really know me?
Well, okay, you can use them as a last resort.
Okay, referees of last resort are family members.
Yes, yes. But generally, the best referees would be someone that has employed you, that has worked with you, and knows what kind of work, how you work.
Work related,
Yeah.
wherever we can.
Yeah,
Now, for some people, particularly for young people, they may be really short of referees.
yeah,
Have a constructive think about it. Maybe a neighbour that you've done some babysitting for,
yeah.
walk the dog. If you've had maybe a school-based job, but
Yeah.
delivered newspapers, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Don't know if kids still do that, but
And sometimes, until you're going to work for the first 6 months or maybe 1 year, a teacher that you had at school.
teachers at school, another
Yeah.
good example.
Because
Yep.
they know how you work in the classroom.
Okay. So you want them work-related or people outside of family where possible.
Yeah,
Where possible. Now, there'll be some people that can only get mum or dad. So be it.
yeah.
Okay? So be it.
Or maybe you have a good friend that can talk.
Good friend, neighbour.
Yeah.
Now, should they provide a written reference or just their name and phone number?
Well, it can go either way. They may make a statement that you can put in your resume, or they can provide a name and phone number, and your employer can ring them and see.
Now, before I use you as a referee, what should I do?
You should ring me and let me know.
Right, absolutely. Because you might not actually be prepared to do it.
Yeah, or you may have slipped my mind, and having a conversation with you may refresh my memory.
That's right. So I'm ringing up on behalf of Acme Builders. I want to talk to you about Martin. He's given you as a referee, and you say...
Here's Martin.
Suddenly, that's not going to be a success. That's going to be a
No.
fail.
Yeah.
Or you ring up and say, hey, I'm talking about Martha, and I go, look, it was dreadful working with her. I didn't like her at all.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
No. So you want them to say something good about you?
Absolutely. A resume's got to be short, it's got to be honest, and it's got to show the person why it's a great idea to hire you. Now, if you can do that, and you've got a good cover letter...
Yeah. So next week we're actually looking at cover letters.
Absolutely fabulous. I can't wait.
Yeah. All right.
See you then.
Okay, good. That's all for today on Let's Get Working. If you have any comments, put them on the blog. But if you want to email me, The email address is info@letsgetworking.com.au. Bye for now.
Bye for now.